Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my review for the official trailer, which has just been released for The Walking Dead Season 8. Alright, so I did my first viewing reaction with you guys earlier. Got to watch the trailer with you guys. If you guys have not seen that video yet, it's in the channel right now. You can watch it with me if you haven't seen the trailer yet, as well as the link to the trailer, of course, as usual, will be in the description. Alright, so lots of fun. You guys know I've been excited to see this trailer for quite some time, as I know a lot of you guys have as well, too. After the Season 7 finale, of course, been enjoying some other shows like Fear the Walking Dead, and did a review for its trailer as well, which is in the channel. And actually they kind of have similar themes. You know, both trailers seem to have a zombie herd that's being led in a direction, so is being brought somewhere. At least that's you know, what you can kind of take from this. Now, this won't be a breakdown video because this trailer is over 5 minutes long. There's lots of stuff in it, so I'll probably do a breakdown later where we go choppy scene by scene and we actually look at each part and then do our kind of predictions and that based on that. So lots of videos coming for you guys, and definitely check out the others if you missed any. Leave a question below if you like, or private message it to me, and we can do lots of Q&As this weekend, because of course there's tons of new content to cover now for The Walking Dead after this pretty loaded trailer. So takeaways from the trailer for the review overall, what I think about it. So what we're seeing here, so we don't see too much of Negan in this trailer. He's in the beginning and they kind of get us prepped with that. So I really like the opening for this trailer, the shitting pants one with Gabriel, who looks like he's trapped inside with Negan. But we also see Gabriel in some other sequences here as well too. So either those other sequences at the hilltop and that must happen before, or Gabriel must somehow make it out of there, you know, pants intact, right? So I really like the intro for this one. That's great. I really think it's really funny. Negan does, you know, Negan does his job. He's funny as always. Jeffrey Dean Morgan doing an awesome job. And there isn't too much of him in this trailer. There's that. There's him slamming Lucille on a desk looking like he's frustrated. But that was one of the criticisms last year, which is that the trailer focused a lot on Negan for Season 7, and a lot of people didn't like that we didn't get to see enough of our survivors. This one certainly doesn't have that same problem. There's very little with Negan in it. It looks like he might be trapped inside the sanctuary or something, as a zombie herd has been led to it. We can also see quite a few scenes in this trailer where you have Daryl and he's shooting explosive devices or something of the sort. So it looks like, and we can see Jesus, he's kind of covering one in a cardboard box. It looks like it's rigged and you've got, you know, a whole thing full of gas. So it looks like Daryl's going through and he's shooting them, lighting them up, causing the explosions, which is fun. Episode 100, you're going to have lots of explosions and stuff. Yeah, you need that, so that's good. Well done there. Probably to steer a zombie herd in the direction of the sanctuary. There's also a part where they're on this overpass, and you have Carol, Morgan, Tara, and I think Daryl's there as well too. And there's a few different scenes in the overpass. There's one where Carol and Tara are kind of lying down as the zombie herd goes through underneath them, underneath the overpass. And then there's another where you can see the sanctuary in the distant background. So it looks like it's on that way. So from the looks of things, the Daryl's probably going to be using those explosives to steer this herd towards the sanctuary. And Aaron has also kind of said that all we have to do is pin them down, keep them there. That's the plan. So their plan is to lure in a huge herd of zombies right on the doorsteps of the sanctuary and give them their own no way out, so to speak, which of course we got to see in Season 6 for our survivors. So I really like this story. I really like the direction they're going here and kind of taking in a different direction from the comics, where instead of just attacking them and having, you know, zombies kind of come in from the gunfire, they're actually deliberately using the zombies as part of their arsenal to attack the sanctuary. So that's pretty cool, and it does look really good. I like a lot of those scenes. I like most of the action shots with Daryl, except for the zoom cam one, which I think is a little cheesy. But the rest look good. It looks really cool. You can see some action shots of Rick. He's kind of jumping from one car to another, as he's involved probably with leading this herd towards the sanctuary. And we can see the group meeting at the hilltop in quite a few little parts here where you've got some speeches happening. So you've got the speech from Rick, and you've got a few words from Maggie, which is cool. It's kind of voiced over. So Rick says, "When I first met him, Jesus said my world was going to get a whole lot bigger. We found that world. We found each other. That bigger world is ours by right. Those who use and take and kill, we end them." So that's his part. And then you got some stuff with Ezekiel, and with everything we've beaten, everything we've endured, everything we've risen above, everything we've become, no matter what comes next, we've won. We've already won, and then you have everybody cheering and shouting. So it's a good speech. You know, it's a good hero, good guy, you know, survivor's speech. We've got Maggie who says that we need to keep our faith in each other. If we can hold on to that with everything we have, then the future is ours. The world is ours. So that's kind of cool to see her kind of speak in the same kind of way as Rick. Pretty badass for her as a leader. That's good stuff. I like that. Ezekiel, of course, as well there too. And there's lots of little action clips of some different environments here. Again, we'll get more into it with the breakdown, where you have some Kingdomers getting shot. It looks like you have some Kingdomers meeting. You have the Junkyard group in there in just a few little clips, really. And we'll have to see how they fit into this whole thing. We've got Rick fighting somebody. We've got Morgan saying that he doesn't die. We've got all kinds of crazy little clips here and different things happening. But the gist that I take from it is that we're basically seeing, we're seeing the TV series version of All Out War. So with that, of course, it should be exciting. It should be awesome. It should be amazing. The trailer, I felt, it was pretty good. You know, you can see that there's some greatness in there. You can see that it looks like it's going to be spectacle. It's going to be great, which is what, you know, I did an expectations video saying what I want to see for this trailer. And a lot of that is in here. The intro's great. The outro's pretty cool. So we got Rick and he kind of wakes up, which is just basically confirmation to us that we will see the resolution. We will see the end of this war this season. We will see Rick and the others and the war end, and Rick wake up after some kind of time skip, probably in the second half of the season. But because the first episode is episode 100, it's going to be big probably. So you're going to have a lot of those explosions, the zombie herd, all that kind of stuff, the fighting back and forth. So expect for the season 8 premiere to be awesome based on this trailer. And it looks like it will be. But I do have some criticisms with this, though, and kind of the overall, the macro view of what we're seeing here. Number one, okay, so this is All Out War we're seeing from the comics. This is, for me, the best storyline The Walking Dead has ever had, even to this point, and The Walking Dead comic book series is years ahead, of course, right? So they got a lot more content ahead to get to still. As a trailer, it doesn't really 100% feel like a war. Now, of course, they can't give us everything. It's a trailer, so we're getting to see a lot of clips. We're not getting everything, but it is over 5 minutes, and there's quite a bit in there, and it looks really good, but it's not branded the way I would want to see it branded. You know, I want to see, like, The Walking Dead Season 8 All Out War, you know, like spectacle, like special. Like this is something special that is not like a regular half season. The first half of Season 8 is going to be special. It's going to be unique. It's going to be All Out War. It's going to be something, you know, choose a side. Whose side are you going to be on, right? They kind of touched on this a little bit in Season 7, and I know in the Season 7 finale it feels like the war kind of starts, but I don't get that feeling from this trailer that we're seeing a spectacle war here, you know, and even with the words they have over it in the trailer and the different things they have it say, you know, again, it's not action focused from the looks of things to me. You see a lot of action shots and a lot of things like this, but they're just not selling it like it's All Out War, like it's something special for The Walking Dead. They're kind of more playing the trailer like it's the run-of-the-mill usual thing, and that's not really what I was expecting or anticipating to see. I was kind of anticipating to see, this is All Out War, shit's gonna hit the fan, you better get hyped, you better get pumped, because that's what this is. Instead, what I'm seeing is a lot of clips that are like, okay, this looks like this is going to be a war, this is going to be a big battle, this kind of thing. I'm just not being sold it that way. And even the banners, which I give my thoughts on, the posters that they released this week, they look great, you know, 100 episodes, and it's really cool. You got Rick and Negan on one side and the other, but they're just not playing up this war angle enough, which I really feel like is a misstep, because it is not a regular thing for Walking Dead. It's not just a regular episode. Yes, it's 100 episodes, but it's not a regular half either. Season 8 is not a regular season. Season 8 is All Out War. It's the biggest battle, the biggest war that we've seen in The Walking Dead, and this trailer just doesn't hype that. It doesn't touch on that the way it probably should. The clips look like it, but overall it's not presented in such a capacity where it looks like you're getting to see something special. So that's a nitpick, but that aside, I mean, you know, in terms of what we're seeing in this trailer, it looks very exciting. It looks very Survivor focused. It doesn't look that focused on the villains, you know, on the saviors as much, which is probably good. A lot of people are probably going to like that better. There is a lot of action in it, which is fun. There is Daryl being badass, probably leading a zombie herd. There are the others helping. You can see some barriers and things like that as Aaron's driving, and so that's really cool. And overall, I mean, you know, you got the speeches, you got that. It looks really good. You know, again, The Walking Dead is a drama series. The TV series version is a drama series, so it's not as action-oriented as the comic is. But, you know, the comic is like, you know, All Out War Part 1, All Out War Part 2. It's branded. You see verses. You see this kind of deal. And they just didn't play it up enough to where I thought, as I thought was natural for them to do. It's just, you know, as you're putting it together, you look at it and you think, okay, this is what this is what we need to do. This is spectacle. We need to treat it as such. They kind of treat it more like The Walking Dead, regular run-of-the-mill type of stuff. Not really, you know, anything standout. But that said, I mean, it still does look really great. You got a lot of clips in here, a lot of stuff happening. So we'll break it down more coming up. In terms of score for the trailer and my thoughts of the trailer, it's not my favorite trailer ever. Season 6 is probably my favorite trailer ever. But it is really good, and it has a lot of stuff that you can tell once we actually get to see the episodes. We're going to be like, oh my god, that was amazing. So I'm thinking episode 100, the season 8 premiere, will probably be maybe one of the best episodes of The Walking Dead ever. At least it should be. It looks very exciting, and looks like we're going to get to see some really, really great stuff. So also the character stuff as well too, and kind of the confirmation that All Out War will definitely be resolved this year, and probably, you know, not even in episode 16. It'll be resolved sooner. It will not last the whole season. So I like the trailer. I wasn't too disappointed by it. I'm going to give it an 8.7 out of 10. It's still a really good trailer and everything like that. Really gets me excited for the season, but just not enough playing up the war angle, which is what they probably should be doing at this point, considering the storyline they're going from the comics is pretty much the best I think you know, Kirkman has done even up until now. So that's my review for the trailer, guys. Really liked it a lot. We'll break it down. Send me those questions for the Q&As. Lots of fun. And let me know what you guys thought about it. What's your, you know, not your reaction, but what do you think about it after you've kind of gotten to process it all a bit? That's what this video is. If you guys liked it, please thumb it up below. You can also share and favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do so. Bottom left to subscribe. That's it for this one. See you guys again soon for another. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.
You better subscribe.